from all this stressing, too weak to count my blessings.
Let's start with something wild. A few weeks ago, the #1 Christian track on iTunes wasn't sung by a worship leader or a choir or even a human being. It was performed by Solomon Ray, an AI-generated persona, a voice that doesn't exist. A Christian artist made out of algorithms. And believers worship to it on TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify playlists. No worship team, no studio engineer, no prayer meeting behind the scenes. Just code, climbing the Christian charts. And suddenly everybody asks, is this the end of Christian creativity or the beginning of a new kind of mission field? But before you panic, let's go old school. Because this is not the first time worship shifted. We talk about Solomon Ray like it's the first controversy. But long before AI, long before synthesizers, long before hymn books, there was David. He introduced instrument into Israel's worship, harps, lyres, cymbals, and religious folks of his day probably folded their arms like, new instruments? This is not how Moses did it. And here's the twist. David didn't innovate on his own. 2 Chronicles 29:25 says, these instruments were introduced according to the command of the Lord through his prophets, Gad and Nathan. Innovation and revelation walked hand in hand. It wasn't rebellion, it was progression. Just like the codex replaced the scroll, the printing press replaced hard copying, the tablet replaced the book, and now the phone integrates all of them. Every technological shift first looks like a threat, then becomes the doorway God uses to spread his word wider than before. There was a time when Christians called the TV a demon box. Today we use LED screens in worship. There was a time we said social media was vain. Today preachers live stream to the nations. We now carry thousands of Bible translations, full commentaries, Greek and Hebrew lexicons, GPS, banking apps, editing suites, AI tools, and your entire ministry workflow in your pocket. We can communicate faster, record films, lead devotionals, build businesses, shepherd communities, disciple globally. Tech isn't the enemy, but like the parable of the weeds and wheat, the field is the same soil, but the seeds are different. AI can lift worship. AI can counterfeit worship. Same field, different plans. So what does this mean for the church? AI isn't the Antichrist. AI isn't the savior. AI is the new instrument in David's temple. Powerful, controversial, and needing prophetic direction. AI can help you preach, but only the Spirit can make you wise. AI can help you create, but only the Spirit can make you holy. The church is changing. Are we ready? Because the kingdom never retreats, it only advances with new tools and ancient truth. A preacher once said that he wanted the scriptures understood by the plowboy behind the plow. If that was Wycliffe's dream, then it must be our mission now. So if this helped you, hit like, subscribe, share it, push it far. Not for numbers, for reach, for the kingdom, for the next generation that must hold both the old treasures and the new tools.